What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back to Cobra TV, and today we're going to talk about the patch notes that just released for Visions, and we also have one of our own community members here, Phil, and he met Sean Murray at a 65 Days concert just yesterday and was able to drink beers with the guy, so we're going to talk to him as well today, so thank you for coming out. We'll be back, and we'll get started with the subcast here right after this, guys.
You have tuned into Cobra TV, the only galactic radio station in the Euclid galaxy. This is a subcast. Join our Discord and wait in the room called Atlas 102.5 FM to be raptured. If you can't come on the show, leave Cobra's Speakpipe message. The link is below. We are sorry, no guests allowed tonight. Cobra is not trapped in the simulation with you. You are trapped in the simulation with Cobra. Join our cult. The Cult of the Atlas. The link is below. This is a subcast, and now, your host, Cobra.
No check tonight! And again, thank you so much, guys, for coming back to Cobra TV. We're going to talk about these patch notes, but I do want to introduce my guest real quick. Phil, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, Cobra. Not bad at all.
So you've got an exciting story to tell us here in a minute, right?
Yeah.
You met the almighty Sean Murray at a 65 Days concert.
That's right. Just afterwards, actually. It was in a bar afterwards.
Oh, my gosh. That is so cool. We're going to hear from Phil. We're going to see what that was like. And he got to talk to Sean Murray, got to drink a beer with Sean Murray, and got to talk a little bit about No Man's Sky and about the leak and stuff like that. So pretty interesting, pretty exciting to get to that. But first, I do want to talk about No Man's Sky Visions. The patch notes has released. So let's go over this real quick. So Visions, introducing update 1.75. Hang on a second. Before I do this, let me check in with the chat room here real quick. We've got Goopro. I always mess up your name. I'm so sorry. Hi, buddy. We got Paul. We've got Infinite Lightning. You Are Godsmacked is in the chat. Tyreek. Hey, what's up, buddy? Okami. Enrico Bandito. We've got Raymond. Platitude Platypus. Fang. I like that name. Greetings, buddy. We got Alan Poe. And then we've got Japelli. Snow Demon King. Ooh, that's really cool. And we got Laika. Laika, what's up, bud? And then Anon Mason. What's up, guys? What's up, Summer? How you doing? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go over these real quick, and I can't wait to get to Phil because this is exciting. So Visions, guys, tomorrow we're going to be able to play this. Visions introducing 1.75. It starts off by saying discover a more varied, more diverse universe in the Visions update, introducing new planetary biomes, more colorful worlds, new fauna and flora, archaeology, salvaging, and much more. And then, of course, there's a trailer there that they're showing new planetary biomes, new anomalous planet biomes create a wider, more diverse universe to explore. So you got these I don't know what that is, man. Just look at this thing. It looks like something out of War of the Worlds. Actually, these look like the things that you find in the oceans that are like I don't know, the crashed or dead or whatever. When you scan them, it says that they're a plant. New creatures. Bizarre creatures have evolved on anomalous planets, bringing new life and movement to these eerie landscapes. So that's pretty cool. Lush diversity. The universe has become more alien, vibrant, and exciting to explore. New shades of sky and grass. Oh, there we go. Colors back. Enable more unique worlds and more diverse set of science fiction aesthetics. So there's got those pictures there. It looks amazing, guys. Water variation. New types of water create stranger worlds to be discovered both above and below the surface. And it looks like we got some stuff there floating on the, like big giant blocks floating on the water there. And it's different colors too. So that's, wow, amazing. Atmospheric types and rainbows. Atmospheric and atmospherics, and skies have been improved, and stormy weather conditions can now produce rainbows in planetary atmospheres. We got a donation from Laika through the super chat saying, currently working. Thanks for getting me through the day, homie. No, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, Laika. So one of the things that Snow Obsidian was saying is that he wonders if the rainbows are just there or if they're caused by storms. And right here it says they're caused by storms. So that's really cool. Exotic trophies. Exotic planets can be searched to discover mysterious artifacts that can be claimed as trophies. These otherworldly objects can be rehoused in habitable bases to create a showcase of your voyages across the universe. And then here's that... Look at that base full with all that stuff, all those cool things that we usually see on those planets. Archaeology. With more varied planets come more reasons to explore. Unleash your inner archaeologist and search the galaxy for planets containing the ancient bones and alien life forms. We've got Alan Poe. Thank you, bud. Alan Poe donating to the Super Chat saying, hope the planet variety isn't just anomalous planets. Support Cobra whenever you can, travelers. He deserves it. Thank you, buddy. All hail the mighty bearded one, Sean. Thank you, Alan Poe. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay, where was I? Was it complete intact skeletons are practically rare and especially valuable. So when you scan the planet there, you can see where it says ancient bones. When it shows up when you scan it from space, and you see all the other things that are on there. So that's cool. It shows the bones there with, like, I don't know, glowing eyes. It's pretty scary. Salvageable scrap. Unearth the long-forgotten remains of fallen satellites and scrap them for salvageable parts. Explorers must use their multi-tool to dismantle the reinforced casing and extract the valuable technology within, but risk the attention of the new, challenging, corrupted Sentinel drones. So new drones, new Sentinel drones, guys. Storm crystals. Those who endure the hazardous storms that blast extreme planets can seek out precious new crystal treasures. These spectacular natural formations become luminescent during the worst weather and can be collected by intrepid explorers to be traded for a small fortune. Varied hazardous flora. New varieties of hazardous flora can now be found sprouting across the galaxies, ready to snare the unwary and reward the cautious. Carnivorous traps and bloated gas flora can be eliminated from afar or carefully approached for extra substance rewards. Look at that Venus flytrap. What should we say, traveler flytrap? Because get too close, it looks like it'll eat you. That's really cool. Sentinel minerals, or sentient minerals, sorry. Got sentinels on the brain. Ooh, look at this. It's like a crab, but it's like a rock. That is weird. Certain planets now feature strange alien rock-like creatures who will attempt to flee the heat of a mining laser. Mine these runaway minerals to extract concentrated resource rewards. That is really creepy. So now you won't you think, why don't you get some ferrite? Oh no, it's got legs. So that'd be kind of crazy. Shared community missions progress. A new community research mission allows explorers to share progress and work towards a common goal. So there goes community progress. Tier 1 complete, Tier 2 complete, Tier 3.5%. So that's really neat. Discover the Visions universe together to unlock the new Eye of the Korvax helmet. And I want it. It looks really, really cool. As well as new emotes, building parts, and a range of fireworks to celebrate any occasion. So it's not just the fireworks we've seen. There's going to be different ones. So crashed freighter variations. Crash freighters are now procedurally generated with dozens of possible configurations. Explore the different crash sites, layouts, and carve a path with your multi-tool to retrieve the valuable cargo buried nearby. So here's the patch notes. So there's really nothing too much to go over in the patch notes. Maybe we'll go over these a little bit later. But oh my gosh, a lot added to this update, guys. And like Alan Poe said, that he hopes that the planet variety isn't just the anonymous planets, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I do think that there's some limitations to this update, but I think the variety is going to be different on most planets. But I do want to, let's get to Phil, guys. Phil met with Sean Murray and had a beer with Sean Murray. It's like the dream that I've been wanting to have. I mean, I wish I could meet with Sean Murray and have a beer with him, and in private, not streaming, not nothing, just have a chat. And Phil got a chance to do that. So Phil, explain this. Where were you to begin with? Like, you went to a 65 Days concert, right?
Yeah, they were playing last night in London. They're doing a tour at the moment in the UK. So I think it was their second UK date yesterday. They played, I think, Glasgow the night before. So I went along with a friend, and I've had these tickets for ages. And obviously I got into 65 Days of Static because of No Man's Sky. I'd never heard of them before, and I absolutely love them. I'm like loads of us guys really, really love them.
Right.
So the concert was kind of weird. They're doing this experimental, procedurally generated music at the moment.
Ooh. So kind of like the ambient stuff that we hear on the other CD.
Yeah, really kind of dark. I mean, the venue is a place called the Village Underground in East London. I've been there for a few gigs, and it's a really cool place. It's like this great big huge old building, brick building, and it was really dark. They didn't have any light really going off. It wasn't a stage show, so you could barely see anything. And the guys are on stage. There's only like 3 of them, I think, on stage, kind of heads down, programming stuff, bashing away on drums, and just sort of ambient noise going on. So it was, I mentioned this to someone, I think it was on Facebook. It was kind of like an art installation as opposed to a concert, really. It was
that
weird.
Sounds really neat.
And in the back of my head, the whole way through, I'm just thinking, is that Sean? Is that Sean? Is that Sean over there? And my friend I'm with isn't a gamer. He doesn't know much about video games. But I'd sort of given him a heads up. I just said, look, if I go a bit weird tonight and ask you to take a photo, this is why, because there's this guy, he might be here because it's his favourite band. And there was one bit where there's a guy behind us, and I was like, oh my God, that's him. It's him. It's definitely him. Oh, I'm getting really nervous. He's got a beard, and it's definitely him. And then we realized,
was he wearing a flannel?
No, I think he was, yeah. That was it. He was wearing a flannel, beard, and I was convinced it was him. And then we realized he was speaking Polish. So, okay, that's not him.
Oh.
But it was a bit like that all night. It's
yeah.
Of place this area in London, it's kind of known for being kind of very hipsterish, and everybody's got beards, and probably everybody wears flannel. So it was impossible to really tell. So it was a good gig, and we left, and I said, look, should we go and grab a beer? There's the night's kind of not really over yet. I haven't been out with this friend for ages. So we just walked down the road. This is why it's so weird, because it's all so random meeting Sean. If I'd bumped into him at the gig, you kind of expect that. It's his favourite band.
Yeah.
But the chances of meeting him later on, it's just kind of weird, because we just walked down this really busy street and saw the first bar we got to.
Right, because at this point, the concert's over with. You left the concert, so you're thinking your only chance to see Sean is probably going to be there, and now it's over with. So you just probably forget about it. You're walking down the street, you decide to go to a bar, and then pick up from there.
I mean, exactly. And also this part of London, there's bars everywhere. It's not like there's only one, so you're definitely going to all go there. We could have gone anywhere. So we go into this bar, and we're sitting at the bar and have a beer, and I'm chatting with my friend, and he's like, okay, I've got to go, I've got to get the train. And I said, okay, I'm just going to stick around for another 20 minutes and finish my beer. I don't want to rush off. And again, that's kind of weird. Normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I'd say, yeah, let's go. So I just, for some reason, decided to stay.
Right.
Glance around, and oh my God, there he is sitting at the table with a couple of people.
Who's he sitting with?
He's sitting with, I assumed it was just kind of friends or colleagues. I found out later it was 1 or 2 of the guys from 65 Days.
Okay.
So I didn't recognize them because you couldn't really see what they looked like on the stage because it was so dark.
I was curious if it was some Allison Smith members.
I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you this. Well, I did take a photo, which I'm not going to share because it was a stealth photo, and I felt really creepy.
Solid Snake taking pictures in a bar, Sean Murray.
Yeah, I'm sitting at this table drinking my beer, pretending to look at Twitter or something, and actually taking a photo of a guy who's having a private evening out with his friends. It's creepy. It's wrong. So as I did it, I thought, that's really creepy. You mustn't put this anywhere. So I'm not going to show it to him because it's just it's not the right thing to do. And then I think, I can't go over to them. They're having a nice evening. You don't want to interrupt. I don't want to be that guy spoiling their night. And I just think, but but
Yeah.
Sean Murray, for God's sake. And then he comes up and walks over to the bar to get a drink right next to me. So it just made sense then at that point to kind of say,
he's in your space, dude.
Yeah,
now you can.
Exactly. So I just said, look, I'm really sorry to kind of interrupt. I could see you having a night out, but I'm a really big No Man's Sky fan, and I just wanted to say hi and thanks for what you've done. And he was so nice. The first thing he said was, oh, that's great. Do you want a beer? And I was just about to buy him one, because it's like, that guy deserves a beer from me.
Right.
He's brought me joy. So, of course, like, yeah, sure, that's brilliant. So we just had a quick chat. First of all, we started talking about the band. So he was saying, what did I think of it? And he was saying that he'd been saying to the guys from the band that maybe they should have come on first and done a little explanation of what it is they're doing, because it is kind of, it's strange. It's not like the music you've heard them on their albums. It's nothing you recognize. It's this procedurally generated experiment in a way. And he said, but they're all too shy. They don't want to. They want to get up there, get their heads down, and make their music. And he was saying that he uses it for his running, which is what I do as well. I listen to the soundtracks when I go running, and he said they didn't want their music to become some kind of soundtrack, so they're deliberately avoiding that. And then I said, I actually mentioned you, Cobra, but I don't think he heard what I said. I just said, I don't suppose it's a bit cheeky, but have you got any secret info I could pass on to Cobra? And I didn't know at this point that the video had dropped, because I'd been out all evening, and I think all of that happened during the gig. It must have done, looking at the timeline, when you were streaming last night. What time did you stream yesterday?
I don't even remember. It was all just really quick, just a really quick situation. Seen it and it went live. I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention. Ephraim, thank you so much, buddy, for supporting us. Go ahead, bud.
But yeah, so I think all of that happened while we were at the gig, because I said, have you got any secret info you could give us? And he said, well, there's been a leak today. There's a video that's gone out that wasn't supposed to. So that was kind of a surprise to me as well. I didn't realize. I looked as soon as I left and found out what was going on.
Yeah.
And then I just thanked him for the game, and I told him I've been playing since day one and how I loved it since day one, and kind of found it so surprising there was such a crazy fallout so immediately. And I just described the thing I always say to anybody when we talk about the game, that day one moment when you leave the planet, when you fixed up your ship and you finally leave the planet for the first time, and your cockpit burns red as you hit the atmosphere. And I just remember whooping and shouting playing that game that day. Man. And I said that was just, it blew my mind. It was such a brilliant experience. And he said he really appreciated that, and I'd made his evening. I think his words were, I wrote this down actually on my phone on the way home so I don't forget it. He said, oh, you've made my night, which was, that was cool. That was such a nice thing for him to say.
That's very awesome. Yeah, you weren't too over pushy, you know what I mean? You were, like a normal fan to run into. You weren't like, hey, Sean Murray, can you sign my chest, please?
Yeah, exactly. I was talking with my wife about whether or not, if I met him, should you get a selfie or not? And I said, well, I might get Pete, my friend, to take a photo of us if I'm lucky enough to meet him. But I don't know if I'd do a selfie. It all depends on the situation. And I didn't, because he's out having drinks with his friends. It felt, I wrote this to L-Plays and MZK on Twitter. It would have felt a little intrusive, I think, to have done that. So that was it. That was my little moment with him. And he went back to his table and carried on. And I sat there thinking, "Oh my god!" Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I bet you were. I bet you were on cloud 9, dude. You were soaring, man. I would have been.
Totally. I was totally starstruck as well. And as I walked out, I just kind of went over and shook his hand, said, "Thanks a lot. Thanks for the beer." And he's like, "Yeah, no problem at all. What's your name?" And told him I was Phil, and he said, "Yeah, have a good evening." And that was it. So off I went, thinking, "Wow, that was pretty cool."
Yeah.
And it's just all those things. Like I said, I was hoping I'd meet him, and I didn't at the gig, and then I went to a random bar, and I happened to stay there a little bit longer than I would normally, and that all led to meeting the guy. So very, very cool.
Awesome. Well, freaking cool, man! What a great story, dude. And I'm proud that you were able to have that. That was that's yours. That's yours, dude.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, and he wasn't wearing a flannel shirt. I'll tell you that.
Oh, he wasn't.
He was not. No, he might be wearing under his jacket or something. But hey, the other thing that I remember as well that surprised me, he's a lot taller than I expected. I'm 6 foot tall, and I think he's a little bit taller than me.
Wow!
I didn't realize he was a kind of tall guy. So it's just something else.
Wow. Well, he does seem like he's a little bit tall in the pictures and videos. I guess, yeah. Well, that's really freaking awesome, dude. Go ahead.
It's super nice guy. I mean, you kind of hear that saying, "Never meet your heroes," but he was properly nice. I mean, he's having his evening out. He doesn't need some random guy coming up and interrupting his evening. But he bought me a drink, and he was completely fine to have a chat and everything. And of course, afterwards, you start thinking, "Oh man, maybe I should have asked him this, and should have asked him that, and should have taken a photo." But actually, I think I did exactly right. I didn't over push it. I didn't take the time up. Very pleasant. And now I've got a great story to tell.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you got to think about, for the longest time in development, not a whole lot of people knew what No Man's Sky was. We had a big community, but we were sparse and spread out on the internet, right? But because I used to ask people day in and day out that I would see that I knew played video games, I'm like, hey, do you know what No Man's Sky is? They would all say no. You know, I'm like, nah, never heard of that. Nah, never heard of that during its development. So he probably doesn't get, I mean, it's more popular now. But that rock star view that we used to, we used to view Sean Murray and still do as a rock star, a game developer, rock star genius. But most of the world probably don't see him that way. So he probably doesn't get approached very much. So it was probably
a household name. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was probably pleased that you did that. I mean, that's probably made his day, dude. 100%.
Well, I've seen also what he's. He wrote something shortly after Atlas Rises came out, and after Next came out, and he was doing a lot more interviews in the press, and he wrote about some of the stuff he'd received, positive stuff, after all the hate was dropping, and how that was the stuff that was keeping him going, and he really appreciated it. Mm-hmm. That at the time actually made me think, I wish I'd written to him, because you kind of think, well, it doesn't make any difference. There's so many fans out there. All of us love the game. He probably knows that. But I think that stuff really does make a difference.
Oh, of course it does, yeah.
I genuinely think him and his team were reading all those messages of support that they were getting, and they went on lockdown, didn't they? As we know, they went silent.
Sure
but
did,
I think every positive message and every good bit of feedback from people like us really meant something at that point. So, like you say, just a normal guy.
That's really cool, man. Super jealous. Guys, I want to thank Jeff D for supporting us on Patreon just a few minutes ago. Thank you so much, Jeff. Guys, we're talking to Phil. Phil got a chance to meet Sean Murray in a bar, and Sean Murray bought Phil a drink, and they had a little conversation, and super jealous. Phil didn't overstep it, didn't ask for he didn't ask for an autograph or a selfie or anything like that, but I bet you kept the beer bottle, didn't you?
Well, it was a pint glass.
Oh!
So I could not, I'm afraid. Oh. They were cool glasses, actually. Yeah, it was a pint of IPA, which is an Indian Pale Ale, and it was very nice.
Very
Probably
cool.
one too many as well, because I'm feeling a little rough today.
Oh, no. and you got to run here pretty soon, too.
Yeah, I got to head off into London in about half an hour. I live about an hour outside of London, and I've got to get in this evening. So I've got to go in about half an hour. I was literally just heading out the door when you messaged me, but I thought, this is really good timing. I know it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, I think, is it?
Yeah, it's tomorrow, yeah.
And I believe it's your birthday as well?
Yes. How did you know that?
I don't know how I know that. I honestly don't know. You must have mentioned it, or it was written down, but I just remembered that Thanksgiving and your birthday were on the same day.
Dude, that's so crazy. I didn't even know anybody knew my birthday.
Honestly, I don't know why I know that. Maybe it was
wow, that's cool, man. No, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty neat, dude.
But yeah, anyway, it just made me think you're probably not around tomorrow. Your Friday night podcast, I can only sometimes make because in the UK it's kind of late. So I thought, oh, come on, I can be a bit late tonight. Let's stick around and have a chat with Cobra, because it's not every day I get to talk about meeting this guy.
I know, meeting freaking Sean Murray. That's right, dude. We also have Traveling Entity Nat in the subcast room. How you doing, Nat? Nat, I don't believe is on mic. Well, it's not. He's not muted, but he's just sitting there. It's kind of scary. Traveler entity Nat is just sitting in the subcast room and not saying anything. Guys, if you want to get on the show, I could use some callers. If not, we'll probably cut the show short if we don't get a lot of people coming on the show today.
Yes.
There's Nat. Nat, what's going on, buddy?
One thing.
I'll see.
Nickname.
You see.
Wrong.
Hold on. Alan Poe just saved me from this corrupted Sentinel drone here. Alan Poe says in the super chat.
Excuse me.
So tomorrow I get stuff myself. I get to stuff myself sick with food and play a new No Man's Sky update. Life is good. Get so stoked. Maybe by late December another update. Maybe, Alan Poe. Let's get back to the corrupted Sentinel drone. Nat, how you doing?
That is not my name. Nickname. Disable.
I can translate what Nat is saying for you guys. He is saying that he said, my name is Corrupted Sentinel Drone Nat. I'm kidding. It's really hard to understand you. Is there any way you could fine-tune your Corvax, I don't know, communicator?
Technology recharge.
We got a donation from Sword in Super Chat saying, happy birthday, Cobra.
I tell you what, the drone sounds a lot like the music that 65 Days were making last night. That was it.
So what's going on, Nat? What brings you on the show, buddy?
One thing. Fix my name.
Okay, Traveler Entity NAT.
No, it's a nickname. It's not my actual name. Could you please disable it?
You want me to disable your nickname?
It's in the way.
It's in the way.
It's blocking my username.
I don't know what you mean by that.
He's reaching out across the Atlas.
Oh, you want me to say your other name? Because I clicked on your profile and there's a different name there. Would you like me to say that? So you want me to say Tav the Crimson Mercenary? Because if that's not what you want me to say, I'm really freaking confused here, buddy.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay.
Easy G just said in the chat, okay, I just walked in. What's going on?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I think they're trying to hack my brain. I don't know. But we're going to get Almighty Hebbers on here to kind of give me a little bit of backup because I'm scared. Almighty Hebbers, how you doing, buddy? And maybe this is Traveler Entity NAT's backup.
It all went a little dark then, didn't it?
It did. And now Traveler is like super quiet, so I have no idea what's going on.
He's trying to plug himself into the Atlas.
Yeah.
I'm a mercenary.
Mercenary. You know, I've got a really bad memory. You've told me who you were before, and I can't freaking remember. And kicking myself in the butt now. Yeah. We've got Almighty Herbers on the call. We also have Dark Fox 13, who happens to be muted at the moment. And then, okay, and it's still the only one's talking is Mercenary. And I guess that's what he wants to be called, Mercenary.
Tav.
Huh?
Is the name. Tav.
Tavern Mercenary.
Is the name.
Wait, no. You drink at the Mercenary Tavern.
Just Tav.
Okay, this is Just Tav. Okay, Just Tav. JISTTAV.
Please.
Okay, so it's Tav.
Just messing with me.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead. Just Tav. Tav. TAV, right? So Traveler Entity Tav.
Okay, just on the basis of this conversation, I'm giving this video a like.
Okay. Sorry, Cobra. I having technical difficulties.
Oh, is this Almighty Hebers?
Hebers. Almighty Hebers.
Hebers. Awesome, dude. That's good to have you on the show. Thank you for saving me from whatever that is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I think we've come to the conclusion that his name is Tav. And not what he named himself on the screen there. So, but thank you for coming on the show, man. What's on your mind, dude?
Well, actually, I just woke up just a little bit ago.
All right,
and
you woke up to the awesome patch notes.
Well, I saw you live, so I hopped on and I was trying to figure out what I missed.
So were you around yesterday for the whole trailer leak?
Yeah, I saw your hour-long subcast there.
You know, what's really strange, so Sean Murray met with Phil, who's on the call. They met yesterday in a bar, and Sean Murray mentioned to Phil about a video that was leaked. But what's strange about this is the reason why it got leaked. We're learning more, and I want to thank Devlin and Northern Queen also for letting me know about all this, is it was put into a playlist. So when it does that, it kind of makes it known that it's there, right? So if you subscribe to Hello Games, you see that a video's been added to a playlist, but the video was kept unlisted. So it alerted some people that the video had been added to the playlist, but not uploaded. So that's how people found out that it was in existence. Okay. So whoever added it to the playlist is the guy the person who did the wrong thing. So that's how it got out. And so people are saying, why did they add it to the playlist if they didn't want it, if they wanted it to be kept secret? I don't know. It's just a weird situation. A nice little viral marketing, I think. Maybe it was done on purpose. But we got the patch notes today for Visions, and it looks like a really significant update to the game.
Really?
It's a big update, isn't it? I mean, it's the fact it came out of nowhere as well. I know that we knew there were other stuff coming, but so close to recent updates.
I know.
Something as big as this.
Yeah, and that's why I keep saying that survey that we all took. I'm sure somebody's got a screenshot. I went back and I looked at it. They closed it. Okay, so you can't go back and see it. You can't click on it and look at it anymore. But one of my old videos, I'm sure we can go back there, and there's probably there a screenshot of the survey. So when they did that, shortly after they did the survey, one of the questions on there was an improvement to underwater and oceans. That was one of the choices. And so as shortly after we took that survey, we got Abyss. And also, Stranger, More Varied Planets was another one of those things on that survey. And certainly, after we got the Abyss, we're getting Visions. So I think it's really important to go back and take a look at that, because that stuff that's on that survey is AKA a roadmap. And if it is, you know, how far off is everything on there? Is it all done? Because it looks like they got more done than what they're alluding to.
Well, I think my personal opinion there, right before the Abyss come out, was with that survey, was they had the framework ready to go, and then once they saw what people wanted, then they could work on that directly, and then they could just come out with these, you know, these sequential big updates, just boom, 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 and just keep the thing alive and hopefully draw some more interest.
Yeah. I just think if they got all that stuff on that survey done now, and they're just releasing it on a schedule that they want, imagine what they're working on right now while that stuff's all done. You know, it's just, how long is it? Okay, here's the biggest question, guys. And, you know, answer this either in the chat or somewhere else. How long is this going to go on? Somebody had mentioned it to me, and I can't remember your name, but if you end up hearing this, take credit for it. But somebody said No Man's Sky is stuck in a perpetual hype cycle. Like, it's always a hype game. You know, it's been released. You know, most games, you know, Red Dead was released. Yay, there's a little bit of hype. You know, there's a lot of hype, right? But then the hype starts to fizzle when a new game was released. No Man's Sky has been stuck in hype mode, up and down, for the past 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Well, that's since release. I mean, it was even before it was released in development. But okay, go all the way back in development. It's been 4, 5 years, 5 years, 6 years.
5 years now, I believe.
5, yeah. It's been stuck in hype, a perpetual hype. And I don't know who said that to me, but they're 100% right. I mean, it's like you get a hype meter and someone broke off the lever and it's just stuck there on hype. It's just, but how long is it gonna keep going? Like, how long are we gonna keep sitting there like another No Man's Sky update? Yeah, are we gonna be sitting here 2 years later still doing this? Think about it.
Well, maybe. Let's hope.
Yeah, that's the beauty. That's why it's stuck in hype mode, because nobody knows what's going to happen next with No Man's Sky. None of us know. When's it going to stop? What news going to be added? When's it going to end? When can we pack our bags and look at something else and get super hyped over that and forget about the updates for No Man's Sky? Thank you, Andrea Steinbach, for subscribing. Thank you so much, buddy. So yeah, it's like when's it going to end? I don't see it ending anytime soon.
I don't either, and let's hope that whatever comes after we get past all of the survey updates. Let's hope that they're working on something like 2.0. So maybe 2.0 is going to be another next or
then
whatever.
It starts there again. It's like 2.0 gets released. And it's going to blow our minds. And then we're going to be like, okay, this is really cool. It can't get better than this. And all of a sudden, we're going to be like, it's going to say 2.2 or something like coming soon. Right. And we're like, oh, God, here we go. It's just never going to end. But that's amazing. I think that's really cool. I've never seen a game just keep this hype going this long after it's released. I've never seen this before. Maybe it happened, but I just never seen it. Thank you, Jeremy, at home. Thank you so much, buddy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not to my knowledge. I mean, that No Man's Sky kind of exists outside the realm of what we would consider normal game development now, because a lot of games like Battlefield and Red Dead Redemption, they're all massive titles. And once a company has earned what they think is enough money off of it, they'll just kind of go, and let it fade off into obscurity.
Right.
Whereas No Man's Sky, it's just a small team of guys who want to make a thing, and it's their vision. And I think we've got a long way to go yet, personally.
I agree with you. And I tell you what, if No Man's Sky was more well-known among all gamers, like if it was more of a household name among all gamers and it was more popular, No Man's Sky would be very dangerous for the entire gaming industry. Very dangerous, because here we have a game that was considered the worst game at all at launch, and they were the comeback kid of all gaming history. And not only that, are they just working their fingers to the bone, pumping out free content, free what normal gamers would call DLC, because it's downloadable content that we're downloading, right? So free DLC, free season pass. All you got to do is buy the game, and it keeps giving and giving and giving, while these other AAA companies are selling half-finished products for $60 and selling you the rest of the game for an additional $50, sometimes more. Thank you, Alan Poe, so much for donating. He said, forget electricity. Hype is the true power source.
Well, and, here's maybe a good opportunity to be a little sanguine about it. So now the question becomes, how long can they keep that up for free? Because at some point, it is going to fade into obscurity, even though, there's still going to be incremental updates along the way. How long are they going to, from a business standpoint, be able to keep this up?
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. They were able to support No Man's Sky for 2 years on the release of PC and PS4. They did really well on the release of Xbox and Tencent Wii game. Super well. So maybe another 2 years at the very least, they could possibly keep going. Patholos, thank you so much for the donation. Says, happy birthday, Cobra. Get well soon. Thank you, buddy. But I don't know, man. Look at what they're doing now. They're fixing bugs, and then behind our backs, they're creating these big, amazing updates that we had no idea they were working on. So for all we know, they could also have a separate, smaller team, like maybe of 2 or 3, that are actually working on a new title, and we have no idea.
Well, they've got Hello Labs as well, haven't they?
Yep, they got Hello Labs. We do know they have one title that they have that they already took on, because he mentioned that in GDC 2017, and I believe that that's Sam Swain's appearance title that they're helping fund, and so I don't know. That's not going to be a game produced by Hello Games. That's a game that's like funded, or they help other developers. I don't think they're going to produce it under the Hello Games moniker, and I don't think it's going to be them actually helping make the game, but they have to release another game, unless No Man's Sky is going to be the forever title forever for Hello Games, and I can't see that. I don't think that's a possibility at all.
Yeah, I don't see that being feasible.
No, not at all. We got Midnight Ranger who just joined us. Midnight Ranger, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. So I have this one mostly rhetorical question.
Yes.
How is No Man's Sky is not the best ongoing game on the Game Awards? I mean,
it's on there. It's a nominee.
Yeah, I mean, they have to win because.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a rhetorical question. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. They have to win. Like, there's no other title there. I don't know too much about some of those titles because I don't play Rainbow Six Siege and I don't play some of the other ones on there. So I'm ignorant to how those games are doing. But as far as what I know from Hello Games and what they've done, and it's all been free, and it's not costed the person a single dime, and it's like getting better and better and better. These are not like these updates are not getting smaller; they're getting bigger. It's got to be the best ongoing game. And what I fear is that the world, when you mention No Man's Sky to somebody who does know No Man's Sky but doesn't play it, they immediately go, "Oh, that game didn't that game flop?" So it's like the majority of people out there that would vote for best ongoing game think that way. They don't know the achievements and the strides and the sacrifices that Hello Games has made to this game, and it's constantly gotten better and better and better. So that's my fear, is that it's not going to get treated with the care and respect that it actually really does deserve. So
yeah, I heard that last night at the gig. As soon as 65 days started, I heard someone behind me put on some stupid voice and say, "Don't blame me for No Man's Sky." So there's people out there who still feel like that.
Who said that?
Just some guy standing behind me.
Oh, crap.
And it's annoying because that's obviously someone who heard all that stuff right at the beginning and doesn't know what's happened next.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not working right now because I'm on my car accident, so I haven't been to work, and I don't know if they're going to let me come back. But I used to ask people that I would meet for the first time, like, "Hey, you gamer?" Blah blah blah, and I'd ask them about No Man's Sky, right? Like, you've heard of No Man's Sky, right? Most people nowadays are going to say, "Yeah, I've heard of that game." And the question on everybody's mind is, didn't it flop? Isn't that a bad game? It's like nobody is giving it a second chance that gave it a first chance that didn't like it. You know what I mean? It's a strange situation, but once it does turn, once like if you just take someone's face and just point them at the screen, like, look what it was, look at what it is now, and then you got them. You got that person. They're going to sit on the train right behind you, for the rest of the ride. That it's once you can just get somebody to look at it, they understand. They're like, "Wow, this is truly amazing."
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing that I'm doing some articles, mostly about No Man's Sky, and I did the article yesterday when the trailer leaked basically, and it was so funny to see in the commentary in the comments that lots of people are saying, "Well, that's the game that Todd Howard need to learn from." I'm like, this is surreal. Like, people are suggesting Todd Howard and Bethesda with their failed release of the Fallout 76 to learn from Hello Games and how this game became this magnificent. I don't know the saying. Well, how this game became so great, and it's real great to see that most of the comments were positive, and then like, "Well, this is the game I want to play. I'll buy it because now in a PS Network store there is a Black Friday sales. Well, mostly and in Steam, I think, and No Man's Sky is on sale, and they're like, okay, I'm sold. And this is it's really great to see.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Geek on Geek Media, for donating to the Super Chat, saying, great community, glad to have found Cobra TV. Thank you, bud, and I'm glad to have found all of you guys as well. I'm
going to have to rush off, Cobra. I've got to head into old London town. Unfortunately, I'm not going for another drink with Sean. I think that's in a lifetime.
All right, man,
Phil, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Did you have a small talk with Sean? Like, all it just was hi. Well, it's great to meet you and stuff.
Yeah, it was only a quick chat. It was literally just a few minutes at the bar. So it was kind of a little talk about the gig, a little brief chat where I just said about how much I love the game and if he had any secret info you could share.
Okay, next question, just quick. Is his beard still magnificent?
It is magnificent. Yes.
Okay, so now I'm pleased.
It's not the giant beard he was rocking about, when was that, like 18 months, 2 years ago. It's a more trimmed, dignified kind of beard. It carries itself with great dignity and poise.
Yeah, another just off-topic question, but how was the 65 Days of Static gig? Did they play the No Man's Sky?
No, I was.
It's just fully new stuff. I saw in it. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
It's kind of. I was trying to explain earlier. I mean, ambient is kind of such an overused word. It's almost lost its meaning. But that's the best word for it. It was kind of ambient noise, strange rattly clicking stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of kind of visuals in the back that were code, and I think the code was actually what was driving the music. So I don't think it was just visuals just for visual's sake. There's a lot of stuff to read on it. They've posted about what they're doing, and I think it's a bit of an experiment what they're trying to do. So it wasn't anything like the stuff you heard from them on their albums. So I've got to admit, it felt like it needed some human intervention at some points. So it felt like it was missing a hook or a little breakdown, or, like that music for No Man's Sky. It kind of goes and then suddenly it stops, and then it builds up again. It kind of takes a human to make those decisions, I think. But I don't think that was the point. I don't think that's what they were trying to do. I think they are experimenting with this procedural way to kind of form music. And it was interesting. I can't say I enjoyed it so much. I didn't hate it, but I wasn't standing there going, wow, this is amazing. It was more like, this is really interesting. Now play your hits.
Play some Debutant or Supermoon,
yeah, it's like no one wants to be that guy shouting outside. Play Debutant. But it was a really good evening. The venue there is amazing as well, so it's an interesting place to go, and it was almost completely in darkness, so you couldn't really see anybody.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I just missed the beginning of the subcast. Was it in London or in Guildford? Oh, okay.
No, it's in London. It's in East London. It's an area called Shoreditch, kind of Hoxton. It's kind of traditionally quite a trendy, arty kind of area. It's got a bit of a bad reputation as being a bit of a hipster place. Okay. Lots of big beards and stuff going on, but it's a good venue.
A lot of man buns.
Lot of man buns.
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Definitely bum bags, man buns, all that kind of stuff. But it's a good music venue, and it's central London, so it's only kind of slightly east of central London. But yeah, good evening. But I'm going to have to shoot off. I got to head into London now again. But Cobra, I just wanted to quickly say as well, the last 2 podcasts have been awesome. I've just loved them.
Oh, thanks, buddy. They have been, man. The energy for people coming on and the guests have been just absolutely amazing.
It really have. It's exactly like you say, whenever there's this kind of hype train going again, it just kind of enthuses us all. It gets us all excited. There's so much conversation.
Yeah, I love it. I hope it doesn't stop. And thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
So take it easy, guys. Have a really good Thanksgiving and a good birthday, Cobra. Try and make some time to play this update as well.
Stay
safe.
Uh-oh.
Coming tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Yeah, definitely. All right, man. Run before Tav gets you.
Yeah, I will. I'm getting out of here.
I want
All right,
to.
guys. Hope...
Good. Bye, Phil.
I'll see if I can join you again. See you guys.
Okay, buddy. Take care, man. All right, so I just noticed we got Sword sitting in the room. I want Sword to unmute his mic and say, hi, miss you, buddy. I miss you, Sword.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, look. All right, Tav, whatever you are, Tav, I got Sword. He's gonna be my bodyguard, dude. He's gonna punch you out. So.
Just saying. I'm a bodyguard.
Full clip and the pulse.
I'm a mercenary.
And the blaze javelin.
You pay me. You pay for me. Well, you don't need a bodyguard.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
better.
Are you Lokar, Tav? No. Okay. All right. All right. Just checking.
Just a traveling mercenary.
Okay. Well, so, and guys, if you want to pay Tav to go kill another online player until he loses his grave, then that's your guy right there. He takes Quicksilver. He takes stasis devices. So there you go. Sword. What's up, buddy? How you been, man?
Doing awesome, man. Doing awesome. Been busy as can be at work, but man, yeah, enjoying all this new content we're getting with No Man's Sky.
I know. It's so quick. We just got Abyss. You know, people are telling me, Cobra, haven't even finished Abyss yet.
Yeah.
The simulation keeps changing.
Yes, it is.
I was cutting up with the guys on the Amino chat today. I was like, you know, it's awful coincidental. You know, I was on vacation when Next dropped. I was on vacation when Abyss dropped, and I got a 4-day weekend for this Visions update. So
yeah.
You guys might want to check my holiday calendar and see when I'm going on vacation again and see when the next one's going to be.
Yeah. That would be useful, actually.
And think about what the next one can be, guys. Look at this. Like, look at the survey that we took. One was about oceans and underwater. One was about stranger, more varied planets and things like that. So look at how quickly we got Abyss after that survey was taken, and then how quickly we got Visions after Abyss was given to us. So let's go back to that list, and I'll do a video. I'm going to go back and look at it sometime today and make a video, you know, just talking about the different things that are on there. But what's going to come next and how quick? You know, like VR was also on there, guys. And that's,
yeah. I
don't know if we're going to get that anytime soon, but that was still on there. And I keep saying it over and over, and I'll keep saying it, but that survey's starting to look like a roadmap.
Yeah, well, what else? What else was there? Like VR, what else? The basic improvements. Geez, I don't remember. I think someone posted it. We can find it on Twitter or something. Just look through it.
Yeah, I've been saying for weeks now. You know how we got the portals. You know, before they was active,
right.
And before we knew what was going on. I just got this sneaking suspicion these dead systems and the abandoned space stations are going to come into play before long.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. We got Senros joining us. Senros, meet Tav, the traveling entity mercenary. Senros isn't there. Okay. I think Senros is there. All right. But yeah, did somebody find a picture of that survey?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay. Senros, thank you for joining the call. It looks like you're saying something, but we just can't hear you.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. How are you doing, Senros?
Hello.
we got it's okay. They're going to get along really well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Waste my hotspot.
Well, it's good to have both of you guys on the call. Senros, are you excited, buddy, about the Visions update?
Yes.
Wait, who answered? Was that Mercenary or was that Senros? I give up. I think
that was Ceneros. It didn't sound like the.
Okay. All
yeah.
Right. Well, Ceneros is probably falling asleep or just woke up or.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Maybe you can't hear us.
I can.
You can? Are you okay?
Yes.
Do you need do you need some kind of emergency services?
Sorry.
Should I put you out of your suffering with my boltcaster?
Is your life support failing?
I can give you some oxygen for a price.
He may have got into his nip stash since we're getting that back.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow, guys, we're going to have all the visions we want. You know, we'll be playing this and making videos, and tweet me your pictures. If you tweet me stuff, I'll retweet it on Twitter. So if you're following me, I'll retweet everything you guys send at me. Sometimes it takes me a little bit. If you're trying to contact me on Facebook, that's not a good place. I find myself not spending time on Facebook that much anymore. I'm spending more time on Twitter. So if you want to get a hold of me, message me on Twitter, but follow me first. Follow me. I had a guy cuss me out. He cussed me out because he was messaging me on Twitter without following me, and it was going into a spam. And I don't check the spam. And he asked me if I was doing something pretty bad to one of my family members. So I told him, I said, like, hey, buddy, this conversation's over. So follow me first. The guy thought I was ignoring him, and he got pretty upset. Follow me first, and then message me on Twitter. I like to talk to people, so follow me over there. Tweet me your pictures, and I'll tweet everything out. But I don't know, man. What are you guys going to do for everything that's mentioned in here? What are you most excited about to see first in Visions?
More visual stuff. It's always, anytime that I come onto a planet, it's always exciting to see what I can see.
Right.
So I'm hoping to see a lot more of that.
I am too. Like No Man's Sky, the landscapes, the formations of the land are just perfect. It's at that perfect sweet spot. The scale of everything, the distance of everything, how long it takes you to get to areas on foot is just perfect. And the formations, how they form. That's the thing that I look forward to seeing in No Man's Sky, because the variations of the color have been erased. It's gone. It's usually orange or it's earth-like, you know, and now that those are coming back, the different palettes and color palettes and things are like that, now we get to look forward to when we land on the planet. Now we're like wondering, how purple is it, or pink is the sky, or something like that, like it used to be. And that's what I'm probably most excited about with Visions, is the color. The color's back.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if they give us any new lore or update the lore with some of the newer crashed freighters we're going to be getting.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, me too. And I think there's going to be, I hope there's going to be lore with like the crashed, not the crashed freighters, but the crashed technology that you can scavenge, and the archaeology, that going down and getting some of the bones. Hopefully those have a bit of lore with them too. Okay, so Peaceful Gamer DM'd the list, the survey, so let's take a look at that.
Yeah, like in this exact second, I found the the frame from your video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, Carlos.
Yeah, buddy.
Artlander just posted in the chat, I just want an elevator. Me too, buddy.
An elevator. Yes. Oh, for multi-layer, okay. Yeah.
There, give me an elevator.
Right. That would be cool. All right, guys, check this out. So we've got, let's see, enhancements to underwater exploration. We got that, okay? That's, cross that one off the list there. And then stranger, more varied planets. We got that one. What we have left is polish of existing features, replace orbs with full character models. Now that means outside of your 4-player lobby. So quality of life improvements, which I think they're always doing. More base building depth, which they added a little bit more with this one, but I think that they could even improve on that even more with Sam Swain's help. Sam Swain, get on it, buddy. More depth and variety in NPCs. Now, what I hope that they talk about more depth is, I want to see these guys out in the field. I want to see NPCs walking on the planets, maybe indigenous alien species like tribal type, not fully evolved species that are living like I don't know, like the natives or something of the planet that aren't technologically advanced. I want to see that. I want to see them walking. I want to see battles between Korvax and not Korvax. They won't fight. I want to see battles between Viking and the Gek. And I want to be able to take sides just like we do in space. I want to see that on the planet with NPCs. And it says larger multiplayer lobbies, please, VR support, and other. So, yeah, I look at that as a roadmap. So, I don't know. Two of the biggest ones I think that people chose have already come into fruition. But I would like to see it improved, like even more. Just keep going. Just keep at it with the underwater. Keep at it with the stranger, more varied planets. I want to keep it going. Just keep it more. Work on it just every update. Say you're adding a new ships update. Put more variation of planets and fauna in there. Just keep going with it. But yeah, I mean, I think I got Sword's response or somebody else's response. What do you guys more of all the things that are in Visions? What means the most to you?
Well, the variety of colors, basically. I know it's the most asked feature since the Next came out,
right?
Because we kind of missed the foundation colors and pre-foundation, and it's also a funny thing that the first thing that you see in the trailer, I mean, the little text in the top left corner, it's a improved palette variety or whatever. It's so the first thing that it's what I like in Hello Games. They listen to us. Well,
Great, tell us how you doing, buddy. Thank you for coming on the show. Give me one quick second. Go ahead and finish up with the palettes, bud.
Yeah, and so they listen to us, and the first thing that we see in the trailer, it's just the thing that we asked for. And
yes,
it's incredible.
Yes,
I have one little thought on the list. So the quality of life improvements. I think you know about the data mining stuff that someone. Well, you can find a mention of food cooking system.
Oh yeah, the whole cooking stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that was a lot of work. There's I think we made Mercenary hungry. There's a lot of stuff there, like a lot of work. There's Gek milk, there's bread, there's Diplo steaks, there's eggs of this creature, and there's he's getting hungrier.
That's nice.
And it's a lot of work to just not use, and I wonder how they're going to use that. And are they just going to throw it away, all that work? That was a lot of code to write, and we'll go over that too, maybe another next subcast. But that's a lot of stuff to just not use. And I don't know, there's a lot of people that don't want to eat in No Man's Sky. But what if we just used it as a way to replenish our health? And so it's not a hunger meter, but if we want to get our health up, we could cook something and eat something, and that replenishes. I think that would be cool. Maybe even replenish the life support or something like that. That would be nice. Great, Talos. Thank you so much for coming on the show, bud. What's on your mind, dude?
Not too much. I've been kind of out of it for the last 2 months, but catching up with everything. The new update looks awesome.
It does, man. Out of the blue, too. We didn't think we were going to get something this soon. I think we're all mentally preparing to wait for another 6 months.
Yeah.
On the cooking thing, it could always give you, static buffs, too.
Right.
You eat something and you get, up to your attack or to your mining.
That's true. Very true. Yeah. I mean, I don't see them just throwing it away, so I see them using that at some point in time in the future. Maybe an ultimate survival mode, that you have to eat in or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, it's good to bring up that eating portion. Totally forgot all about that.
Those colors.
Hey, guys.
Red oceans.
All right, Cobra, brother, I'm gonna have to bounce. Took a little break to call in and hang out a little bit with you today, but definitely appreciate you having me on the show, guys.
Okay, buddy.
Going to jump back over to the stream and lurk in the chat for a bit. So y'all have a great day and happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you.
Thanks, buddy. You as well, man. You as well. Guys, if you don't know who Sword is, he's a streamer. He streams Nomad Sky constantly. He's a good fellow, man. Go check him out, guys. Give him a subscribe. Tap that bell on that dude. He's amazing.
He's also your bodyguard, so...
Yes, he's my bodyguard against Mercenary and Seneros.
I can be your bodyguard as long as you pay me.
There you go. I only have like Gek charms. Is that okay?
I'm a collector of sorts.
See, I told you nothing about the Gek is worth anything at all. You can't even give a mercenary anything that has anything to do with the Gek. So, my point is very clear on that.
You ever eat a Gek?
What's that?
You ever eat a Gek?
No, I wouldn't even dare.
I have.
See, now you're just throwing out all my plans for a Gek broth.
He was a nice fella.
Okay. All right. That's just very strange. Let's take a look at the chat here. We got
it was me or him.
What's that?
It was me or him. I chose me.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't have to eat him. I mean, after he's dead, you could have just walked away.
Yeah.
And besides, I don't think there's a male or female when it comes to Gek. I think they are amphibious, so they're just like asexual.
There ain't nothing down there.
I'll translate. He said there ain't nothing down there. All right.
Have you seen my mate Artemis? I haven't seen him in a while.
Wait, so you mentioned that there is a Gek milk, but if they don't have basically, the binary system of gender or sex.
They don't have mammary glands.
Maybe it's not Gek from the milk, but maybe it's milk that Gek drink.
Or maybe it's like milk that you make like out of Gek. Like you blend the Gek up and you got...
Tyreek says
Cobra milk is just blood.
Oh gosh, there you go. This is my kind of fella right here. Maybe I'm not so scared of this guy after all. We got Tyreek in the chat saying, "Cobra, what's your Nomad Sky Christmas wish?" I guess more variation, but we're kind of getting that. I would say more variation, more. Just keep going with it, and ultimate variation, and I would say 16-player lobbies, because I want to get together and play the game with you guys and shoot off fireworks and be crazy. So
yes, I'll create a giant band of mercenaries.
Yeah, that's right.
Crimson Hand.
Yes. No. Ultimate Christmas list, I take that back. Let me take that back. I just thought of this. Crossplay with Xbox and PC.
Yeah. Well, that will be difficult because, the PS folks don't want that. Well,
no, they do. They're starting to allow it now.
Because it was the whole pain in the back, with the Fortnite.
Yeah. No, they just beta tested it with Fortnite to see if it would work.
Well,
it wasn't just with Fortnite, period. They were just using Fortnite to test it to see how it would work, how buggy is it, is it possible? They just use Fortnite as an example. But they're going to start allowing crossplay from now on with certain titles. Obviously, not every title, but I guess whatever Sony wants to pick and choose. But hopefully, it's in the future for Nomad Sky.
Well, I look forward to it. I really want to see that in the future. So I think I saw it. Someone on Twitter said it. I think it was the Galactic Hub account, and with regions they added the fireworks, and the unification day is coming. So it's I think it's not a coincidence. It's just it will be beautiful, actually.
You know how cool this is going to make videos, especially like with unification. What?
Long live the hub is what he said.
Oh, long live the hub. Especially with Unification Day, and it's also like the No Man's Sky Olympics, with the fireworks and things like that. It's going to be so cool, man. I can't wait to see the stuff you guys do. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, crossplay, man. Yeah, it's totally possible. Sony's down for it now. So it's only a matter of will they allow No Man's Sky to, and is No Man's Sky able to? So
yeah,
that's what we're waiting to see if Hello Games has to do something on their part, or if it's just like some kind of internet wall. I have no idea. I don't know how that works. But that's my
I
Christmas
swear
wish.
at one point I had heard that Hello Games had already had it ready to go cross-play when they release next, and all they need to do is really flip a switch.
That who needs to flip the switch?
Hello Games does, too.
Oh,
Open up
really?
the servers across.
Oh, so it's up to Hello Games. I don't know, guys. I think we need a hashtag. Yeah, okay, you know what? We've been streaming for quite a while. I think it's maybe it's time to go ahead and end the stream. And is there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up before we get off of here?
Yeah,
Are you gonna squat him up?
What? Someone translate.
I think he said something about squad mode.
Squad mode?
Squad emote.
Oh, squad. Oh, okay, yeah. So, you have a squad. I see Dave Hooper in the chat. I do want to. He's sticking out like a sore thumb right now. Dave Hooper, thank you so much for the donations that you gave us towards getting a new car to the Streamlabs. I do want to appreciate that he's been donating quite a bit. So thank you, Dave. I just want to say thank you now that I see you right there in the chat. Thank you so much, buddy. So I guess okay, yeah. Galactic Explorers, also another person who's been helping out. Thank you so much. I think it's the Galactic Explorers. And everybody else too that I can't remember right at the top of my head. All right. Is there anything else? I'm sorry. I got distracted by mercenaries with this squad.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I think if Hello Games are hearing this, guys, we love you so much. The work they're doing, it's just incredible to see the one update after another update. It's just something incredible. And well, hey Sean, hi. That's all.
We love you, buddy. Keep trucking, Sean. You're doing great. You're doing amazing.
Anyone got a spare multi-knife?
Did you say multi-knife?
I think that's
Anyone
right.
got a spare?
You know what? That'd be really cool. If we got like a multi-knife or a multi-saber.
Yeah.
In No Man's Sky, and then we could have like lightsaber battles.
Oh God, bring on the lightsabers, please.
Yes. All right, that needs a hashtag more than anything. All right, start the hashtag lightsaber multi lightsaber. I don't know what to call it. A multi-saber.
Lightsabers and fleet battles.
There you go.
I need me a poncho.
Yes. All right, guys, I think we're going to close it down. Listen, if you guys are uploaders, streamers, or whatever, do not ever be afraid to say I stream, I upload in the chat. Click on my username, whatever you guys want to say in that chat. That chat you guys can use to self-promote the channels that you're commenting with, and you'll never get banned for that ever. So just go ahead and we're a constellation, we're all stars, so let's connect those dots. Let's all subscribe to each other and just become that constellation and connect, become closer together. So subscribe to everybody that uploads in our community. So let's just support everybody. So all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. Thank you so much for coming on the show, you guys. It means a lot to me, more than you'll ever know.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
This is always fun.
Yes, it sure is, especially at times like this.
Everybody.
Okay, bud, thank you. And everybody that came out for the show and are in the chat, thank you so much for coming out to the chat, guys. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry I don't pay attention to the chat that much, but I do offer you guys the ability to come on the show and talk to me, voice to voice. So I hope to hear from more of you next time. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until next time, everybody. Everyone, take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.